Hello, welcome to our next session of Zoom with Craig. Today we're going to show you how to go through and accept or decline or even reduce the aid that you have listed in your LionPath account. So again, I'm going to start by doing a Google search on how to accept or decline aid in LionPath. And this is what we get through the AI overview. If we click on show more here, it kind of goes through and details the steps for the student to take. Again, very easy to do, very just accessible through your LionPath account. So students want to log in there and they would navigate to their finances or my finances tab. They would select on financial aid, and then they would need to select the aid year in the accept decline link. And then they can go through and do a couple different things. They can either accept all aid and use the button to accept all as one. They can select certain aid. They can decline all aid, or you can even select individual ones and then take a decreased amount of aid. So lots of different options there. Students basically in control. Keep in mind that the only aid that really needs to be accepted would be the direct student loans, any federal work study, and any private loans. Grants, scholarships, Parent Plus loans, those aid sources are automatically going to be accepted when they're entered onto the account for the student. All right, if we scroll down a little further, we do have a link here to our financial aid page that gives you some instructions as well. So again, this is accessible through our psu.edu site. Going to costs and aid, managing aid, accepting or declining aid. Okay, gives you some instructions, gives you some more information. Again, basically the same thing that we went over earlier. And if you would like to walk through and see the whole process, there is a tutorial that will go through and show us that as well. So we'll kind of go through the tutorial here for you. So here's what it's going to look like as a student logs in. There's the My Finances tab up in the upper right-hand corner. And then over here on the left side, they're going to click on the Financial Aid tab. And then again, we can select if there's more than 1 year, you'd have to select which year the student is looking at. And then you can click on the Accept Decline Awards tab. Okay, and there's again our year choice. If there's more than one year listed there, just make sure you're selecting the year that you want to be modifying. And then it'll bring up your financial aid summary, showing you all the aid and so forth you have, along with your estimated costs and all of that. If we click on the Accept Decline Awards button here again, it should pull up and show us exactly what things we can actually accept or decline. So as we said before, the only aid that would be accepted or declined would be the subsidized, unsubsidized loans, the direct student loans. Any federal work study, if it would be offered, would have to be accepted before students can apply. And also any private alternative loans have to be accepted once they're offered on the account. So again, you see all those buttons we mentioned earlier. You can accept them all if you want to accept them all. You can decline them all, or you can go through and click on individual tabs here to accept or decline individual ones. And again, once you accept an individual one, you also would have the choice to be able to go through and reduce it if you would like as well. So if you don't want to take the full loan amount, you can always enter a lower amount. Keep in mind that that can be then increased later by reinstating the eligibility, but you can't increase a loan. Once you decline and accept a lower amount of a loan, then you can't automatically just go back in and increase it. Some important notes up here to take a look at as you're going through the tutorial. Again, if you decline an aid source, you do have to reach out to us to ask to have it be reinstated. And if you decline all the aid for a given year, the link to view the financial awards for that year will no longer be available. Okay, again, here's a little bit more detailed, so you can go through and select individual awards. Once you click on the detail, it gives you the details. Here you can see there is a 1% fee on those direct loans. So the loan amount might be for $1,000, but only 990 of that is going to be dispersed towards your balance or your bill. Again, there's the accept all, decline all buttons we mentioned earlier. And if you wish to accept an individual award or a portion of an award, then you just check the individual box over here to the right. And then it pops up with the button in there telling you how much you are offered. And then again, if you want to accept or put in a lower amount, you can. Keep in mind that those direct loans are always split equally between the fall and the spring. So whatever amount you put in there, it's going to be split in half, minus that 1% origination fee we talked about. And half go to the fall, half go to the spring. And again, if you want to decline it, you can do that as well. And then once you go through and enter it in there, then you can click the update and it'll show you the new updated amounts that you've entered. After you're done with all of your selections, then you must hit submit in order for it to be official and be updated on your account. And then one final place to go ahead and hit yes. If you don't want to submit it, then you click no, that'll cancel everything, but yes would submit it and then officially update it onto the student's account. And then you'll get the OK confirmation and then everything should be good to go. After you're done, you can return to your award summary and view everything on that page like we were before with all the new updated totals. All right, so as we said, pretty easy process, but one that's important for students to be aware of and know about. So any questions, certainly the students can reach out to us and give us a call, 814-865-6301. Thanks for joining me. And again, until next time, we are Penn State Office of Student Aid.